Thors Thunder Thoughts. Your thoughts are your most powerful asset that you have, that you can utilize on an every single day basis. I created this podcast to help you weaponize those thoughts and level them up. What is going on, Viking crew? How's it going today? Are you feeling fulfilled or what? I know I am. It's crazy. I was wondering, this last week had not been my most productive week. I'd just been firing for like 2-3 weeks prior to that. I was on like this huge momentum swing of just like amazing turbulence and action taking. And I don't know where you've been, but for me, it was just like, it was such a rush, and I was feeling so fulfilled, so abundant, so amazing inside every single day. And I was like, I was feeling that success. And for some reason, at the beginning of this week, it's Sunday when I'm recording this. At the beginning of this week, it was like something changed for no reason. It was actually Monday. I was still good. It was Tuesday that something just shifted on me, and everything in life just changed without me doing anything. And there are some times that this stuff happens, and sometimes they kind of seem like they're a little bit of, phenomenal activities, right? And you just can't put your finger on it. And it almost is like you are in quicksand, because the more that you struggle, the more that you push, the more that you try to get out of it, the more that you sink. And it's super defeating. And that's kind of how I felt for like the end part of this week for myself. And I didn't get it, and I wasn't understanding it. And sometimes you just need to take a step back and stop pushing yourself through things, because sometimes you're just not meant to push yourself through it. And understanding what season you're in, what is actually going on around you, and if you can push through something. Because if you are in one of these time periods like I was in, and I'm going to go get a little bit spiritual on you for my understanding of what was going on. But my understanding is essentially I just had some clogs in life that I just needed to wait for them to pass. And then I could start building that momentum again and start firing at all cylinders again and just, move on. And that's okay. It's okay that you have to do those things. But what can be super defeating and actually have a residual effect is if you're in one of those seasons of just, waiting, having patience, doing what you can. If you're in one of those seasons, you have to give yourself some grace there and not burn yourself out to try to correct something that is impossible to correct. So for me, I just apparently, and my wife was telling me this as I was a little bit venting to her. She's like, "Oh yeah, actually, the moon was in Cancer." And I don't know very much about astrology and all that kind of stuff and all the effects and everything like that. But she's like, "Yeah, actually, this last week on the 17th of January is actually supposed to be the most depressing day of the year. And we're actually just coming out of that. And especially for Virgos, which I am, it really, really hits them hard. And it's just like, oh, wow, that makes sense. That actually makes a ton of sense why this week has kind of been like this, because it felt like, I don't know why, but the wind just went away. My sails were full. I was full steam ahead, and things were going good. And for no reason, it just stopped, and I couldn't figure it out. But anyways, it definitely feels like, I'm at the end of that, and I'm picking back up. The wind is starting to go, and I'm ready to double down. And this is exactly it. That there's sometimes seasons are short, sometimes seasons are long. And when you have this season that it's just everything is going in alternate directions than you want them to go, sometimes it's just best to take the step back, reset, recharge, and not kill yourself through it. So just know your season. I know I've done many podcasts about seasons and all of that type of stuff, but it is so important to know exactly what's going on around you and in you so you can actually have positive effects for you and your success. So anyways, I'm going to back down off this, and I just want to say in this upcoming week, check yourself, check your levels of where you're at, how full you feel, and what's been going on around you that's been either making you more full or less full. And start doubling down on the things that are making you more abundant, more happy, more full, and more successful so you can get more of that in your life. And don't focus on those things that you can't control, that you can't do anything about, that's preventing you from getting to where you want to go. Avoid those things. Focus on the good, because wherever your energy goes, or your focus goes, your energy flows. So let's keep bringing more positives into your life and crush the beginning of this year. Anyways, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow.